In this video, we're talking about what aging men can do daily to increase volume. You might be surprised how much this matters, not just for reproductive health, but overall well-being too. Now, most men don't bring this up at their annual checkup. And let's face it, there's still a lot of embarrassment and confusion around it. That's understandable. But the truth is, it's a valid health topic, from flashy ads selling volume booster pills to message boards filled with unproven tips. A lot of what's out there isn't just unhelpful, it can be misleading or even harmful. One common myth says you should save it up for weeks to build volume. Another pushes supplements with no clinical backing, promising unrealistic results. And then there's the idea that volume doesn't matter at all, as long as everything else seems fine. But here's what many men don't realize. Decreasing volume can sometimes be an early signal of hormonal imbalance, prostate changes, or lifestyle factors that affect more than just fertility. In fact, studies now link certain daily habits, like poor hydration, lack of exercise, or processed foods, with measurable changes in reproductive health. And it doesn't just affect younger guys trying to conceive. Even in your 40s, 50s, and beyond, volume plays a role in comfort during intimacy, confidence, and sometimes even emotional well-being. It's also tied to hormone levels, circulation, and sleep, all parts of the bigger picture of aging well. But the good news is, in most cases, the body is responsive. That means with the right daily steps, simple things done consistently, you can support healthy volume naturally, without gimmicks or risk. It's not about shortcuts. It's about understanding what your body needs and how to give it that support every day. Ignore it and you might miss signs that your hormones are shifting too fast, or that your metabolism, prostate, or sleep quality are quietly sliding in the wrong direction. But tune into it and you could actually use this as one of the ways to track and improve your overall health as you age. Let's talk about what the science actually shows when it comes to increasing volume, especially in aging men. First, hydration. This one's simple, but often overlooked. It is about 95% water. That means your fluid intake has a direct impact on volume. Next up, nutrition. Here's where things get interesting. Decades of research show that key nutrients like zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants support sperm production and quality. A 2020 meta-analysis from PubMed found that zinc supplementation significantly improved volume and sperm motility in men with fertility issues. And while that's not a magic fix, it does reinforce how important this mineral is. Zinc is naturally found in foods like eggs, meat, seeds, and dairy, so a nutrient-rich diet can have real effects over time. Then there are omega-3 fats, found in fish, walnuts, and flax. These healthy fats have been shown to support both sperm count and motility. And antioxidant vitamins, like C and E, are known to protect sperm-producing cells from damage over time. A 2019 clinical review confirmed that antioxidants helped improve sperm concentration and count in trials. But not all advice online holds up. There are many supplements that promise to supercharge volume. The problem is, most haven't been tested in controlled trials. Many over-the-counter volume enhancers lack any credible data. In other words, more isn't always better. Exercise is another misunderstood area. You might hear people claim that intense workouts boost testosterone and output, but the reality is more balanced. A 2022 study from Frontiers in Physiology found that moderate physical activity, around 30 to 60 minutes a few times a week, helps improve hormone levels, blood flow, and testicular function. But going too hard, especially with endurance sports or heavy anabolic training, can actually lower testosterone and impair output. The big takeaway here is this. Increasing volumes safely isn't about a single trick or a trend. It's about regular, science-based habits that work over time. To really understand why volume decreases with age and how to improve it safely, we need to look deeper at what's happening inside the body. It's not just one factor, and it's rarely a sudden shift. Instead, it's a gradual, layered change involving hormones, circulation, organ function, and lifestyle patterns. Let's start with hormones. Testosterone is one of the key players here. It's often called the male hormone for a reason. It influences everything from muscle mass and mood to libido and, yes, production. Testosterone supports the function of the accessory glands that produce seminal fluid, including the prostate and seminal vesicles. But here's the catch. Starting in a man's late 30s to early 40s, testosterone begins a slow and steady decline. On average, levels decrease by about 1% each year. This may not sound like much, but over time, it adds up. By the time a man reaches his 50s or 60s, his testosterone level may be significantly lower than it was in his 20s. According to studies published in PubMed Central, low testosterone is often linked with reduced volume. It also contributes to lower energy, reduced drive, and changes in function. However, testosterone doesn't work alone. The reproductive system is governed by a finely tuned hormonal network. Other hormones like FSH, follicle-stimulating hormone, and LH, luteinizing hormone, play essential roles. Hydration is another important and often underestimated factor. The fluid part comes mostly from the seminal vesicles and the prostate, and like most body fluids, it's heavily water-based. It is about 95% water. So if you're even mildly dehydrated, your body may simply produce less of it. Staying consistently hydrated ensures that your glands have the fluid volume they need to function at full capacity. Closely tied to hydration is blood flow. Every tissue in your reproductive system depends on steady circulation to bring oxygen and nutrients and to remove waste. If your blood flow is poor, due to inactivity, high blood pressure, or long hours of sitting without breaks, then tissue function may begin to decline. Then there's oxidative stress. This is a natural byproduct of aging and environmental exposure. Over time, oxidative stress damages cells, including the specialized cells responsible for production. Fortunately, the body has tools to fight back: antioxidants. These come from a healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Foods high in vitamins C and E, selenium, and plant compounds help neutralize free radicals. Including more antioxidant-rich foods in your daily diet isn't just good for heart health or longevity. It also directly supports health at a cellular level. Prostate health is another major part of the story. As men age, it's common for the prostate to enlarge. This condition, called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, is not cancerous, but it can cause pressure on the urethra and ducts. Some men also report changes in force or comfort during release. To manage BPH, doctors often prescribe medications like finasteride or dutasteride. While these drugs can help shrink the prostate and improve urinary symptoms, they are also known to reduce volume by about 20 to 25%, according to a Harvard Health report. This effect is dose-dependent and varies between individuals, but it's important to understand this potential side effect. If you're taking one of these medications and notice changes in volume, it's worth discussing with your doctor. In some cases, adjusting the dose or considering alternative therapies can help. Prolonged exposure to heat, such as frequent hot tubs, saunas, or even keeping a laptop on your lap for long periods, can raise temperature. This can impair production and reduce the total volume over time. And of course, lifestyle habits matter. Smoking introduces toxins into the bloodstream that damage DNA and reduce the function of the reproductive glands. Excessive alcohol disrupts hormone production, particularly testosterone, and over time, lowers volume and quality. Anabolic steroid use, especially without medical supervision, can suppress the body's own production of testosterone, often leading to long-term fertility problems. But here's the encouraging part: the body responds to positive change. When you improve your diet, increase hydration, move more, and manage stress, your body can adjust. Hormones can stabilize. Blood flow can improve. Oxidative stress can be reduced. You won't reverse time, but you can support the systems that regulate production. And the results aren't always immediate, but over weeks and months, consistent habits often lead to meaningful changes. Now that we understand the internal reasons why volume may decrease and how the aging body responds to daily care, let's turn to what you can actually do starting today to support and protect your reproductive health. To increase volume as you age, here are safe, doctor-backed daily habits you can start today, based on science, not speculation. 1. Start with hydration. 2. Build a nutrient-rich plate every day. 3. Move your body regularly, but don't overdo it. 4. Get good sleep and manage stress daily. 5. Avoid daily habits that lower volume. 6. Keep a reasonable rhythm of activity. 7. Stay proactive with your health. In short, daily changes do matter. You don't need extreme supplements or risky treatments. You need steady, science-backed habits that support your body's natural systems over time. Always talk to your doctor before acting on any health advice. What's one small change you could make this week to support your long-term reproductive health? If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more clear, trusted health info made for men.